right. Yeah. So quantum thermodynamics is the study of thermodynamical concepts such as heat, energy, work, entropy within the framework of quantum mechanics. So this field then tries to understand how these quantities behave and interact with each other in microscopic systems, where the classical description of thermodynamics breaks down, because here we, for an example, has to take into consideration quantum mechanical resources such as entanglement, coherences, superposition and so on. And this is what I think makes this field very fun, because you can study small systems such as quantum refrigerators, engines, autonomous clocks, but also how fluctuations impact the precision of different microscopic currents and see how quantum mechanics changes things there.
We run a lot of our experiments quite independently in our lab on quantum thermodynamics, but we also, in addition, collaborate with many research groups around the world, specifically one in the US and many in Europe. So we have this EU project that we have been running with a consortium of several research groups in Europe. That includes a group in University of Oxford, Trinity College Dublin, University of Malta, University of Murcia, TU Vienna in Austria. This has been very fruitful, and we are actually writing another project together to continue this collaboration.
Yes, so let's begin with the past one, which is what we think is the first realization of an actually useful quantum thermal machine. And that comes in the form of a so-called quantum absorption refrigerator, which is a device that only utilizes heat baths and a 3-qubit system in order to autonomously reset a superconducting qubit, something that can be useful in the context of, for an example, quantum computation. Then for present projects, we have, for an example, when we're trying to violate the so-called thermodynamical uncertainty relation, which is a classical bound that states that the fluctuations in a particular current, it can be the current of a heat flow in a refrigerator or the ticking of a clock, those fluctuations are bounded by the energy dissipation required in order to produce that current. So we're trying to violate that. Another one is autonomous quantum clocks. Those are completely self-contained quantum clocks where we have a very good bookkeeping of the resources involved, so we can actually map how much energy is required in order to measure time with a certain precision. And of course, we also want to make them better than their classical counterpart.
One of our ambition with quantum thermodynamics was to find a quantum advantage in thermodynamics, just as has been shown in computing. So in the next 5 years, we hope that with so many experiments that we are carrying out in our lab and also experiments elsewhere in the world, that we would be able to find that quantum advantage. And then we utilize that in some interesting quantum thermal machine, just like in the past, classical thermodynamics was used to usher a revolution, the industrial revolution. We hope that quantum thermodynamics could do the same in the next 5 years.